In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, Internet's #1 D&D 5e podcast. I am your host, your DM, Alex. To my right, I have
Dash as Thrakus.
Bentley is Rafiri and Night Meadow.
Rhett as Strummer.
Caleb was Scory.
Milo was Bold.
And last we left our adventurers, they had just defeated and killed the Coatl Warlock, changing its form to Chimali, the Coatl Priest. Also changing the form of a couple of the Kenku and finding out that Zephyrus is not in his body any longer. They proceed back to the Chateau de Magnus, where they are now. Let the adventure begin.
That was perfectly synced for remote viewing. Well done. I have to. Oh, you fucker.
Gotta steal the spotlight.
That's right.
It's your birthday.
So you guys are in the main hall of the Chateau de Magnus. Chimali is there with the two Kenku and the four odd-looking Kenku. Wolf, you have Zephyrus kind of either tagging along or carrying him. It's up to you.
I'm carrying him.
But you enter into the house and it seems pretty quiet.
Oh, wow. This is a right big house. This is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a mansion. You can take one of the rooms that doesn't have my stuff in it.
There's also rooms upstairs, and then there's also, like, if you go up the stairs and then you go right and then you go right again, there's another set of stairs that takes you up to the roof, and there's some, like, I don't know how to put it delicately, but, like, birdcage stuff up there. So, if that makes you feel more comfortable.
That's where you
I
want
ain't living in no birdcage.
Okay, I don't know how it works.
We don't know.
No,
You're kind.
Strummer, the other Kenku can be put away there. I don't know what magic still overtake them. It may not be safe. We will get them. We will put them away so they do not mess on your floors or attack anyone.
Can we get some newspaper down?
Yeah, all right. I guess I'll go there then.
Just to the up and to the right and to the right again.
Well, why don't you come with me, and I'll show you where the painting is that Zephyrus interacted with, and maybe you can get a feeling for it.
Oh yes, of course, yes. And so you take Chimali, up to the rookery, and they kind of get the other Kenku to stay in these cages. There's some kind of short cages that they can fit in, and they place them in there. And they're just like Zephyrus is, where they take to the offer of movement, but they're not breathing, they're not blinking. They kind of move. It seems they are just there's no mind there. You get them all set in there, and they tell Gray to keep watch after them. He says, we will be fine. This painting, show me this painting.
Yeah, right. So when we first arrived at the house, this painting, I point at the painting.
All right, and you're pointing at the painting, and it's just of the previous family, the mother, the father, and the children, is who you see there.
There was an additional, I believe it was a Genasi male, that was inside of the painting that began talking to Zephyrus and gave him instructions about finding a person, Mr. Ripley.
I see, yes. Yes, let me...
So bad at names.
And they begin kind of just, casting some spells, some detect magic, and begin investigating it. Let's see. So yes, some sort of magic must have affected this. I can try. I can try. It will take time. Do you mind if I destroy this painting?
Yeah, do it.
You should
Thank you.
maybe find the caretaker of the house.
We
before
care not for what happens to the painting.
Too
Perfect.
drastic.
And just at that point, you do hear Willem kind of coming down the stairs while you're kind of looking up at it. He looks down and says, Mr. Ball, who's our guest? Sorry, Mr. Willem. Who do we have here?
William, I've got some difficult news. If you want to come down here and maybe take a seat.
Sure. Difficult news. That's never good. Where's?
No, it's
He
not.
kind of looks around and sees some people. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, where are you taking him? Because looking around, he does see Zephyrus down there.
He's slung over my shoulder.
He's looking over the shoulder. There we go. That's right. Is Mr. Zephyrus okay?
He's dead.
What?
I should have led into that better.
And he kind of like races towards you to check on him. And he kind of looks at him and like there's a bit of movement as he's looking at him. He's like, no, he's fine. What do you mean he's dead?
He is gone. His soul is, which is why we've brought our friends here. Soul is being held in another place, possibly realm, like the abyss, and we must retrieve it, which
in the abyss.
sounds like quite the task.
I see. How did this happen? Where did you meet this thing? What's?
I hold up the dagger without saying anything.
It's a neat dagger, Scory. What does any of this mean? We need Zephyrus' soul back? But
To make a long story short, we went to rid the forest of some evil warlock bird thing. And in the fight, Zephyrus, he fought valiantly, but was ultimately shanked. And then,
by that dagger.
yes, which is an evil dagger, we've now learned.
I
That
see.
put our guests under some kind of spell. So as you could probably, we should
But
probably
this-
put that dagger somewhere.
This
Safe.
warlock has been dealt with? They're not still out there?
Well, that's the warlock.
Yeah,
Right.
this
He
is
Whips
Chimchol.
around and...
Chimcholi?
Yeah, that guy murdered your friend.
No,
But not him.
not
What-
exactly.
It was like a
What is he doing
evil-
alive then? I thought
Well,
you killed people.
I put an axe into him, and it didn't necessarily kill him. It just broke him out of this. I am bad at explaining.
The timeline is questionable. It's hard to explain.
We seem to be in another place and time, and
You get it.
we were different, and all of the things in it were different. And it appears that our new friend, Mr. Chimcholi,
Kind of from
Jamali.
across the room, you hear Jamali.
Mr. Chimcholi,
Call me Jim.
Tim.
he was being represented by an evil warlock in this other dimension, and we killed that creature, but it killed Zephyrus before. And after we exited the this other world, we found Zephyrus's body, and we found Mr. Chim, and he was able to scry on Zephyrus, at which point he believed he had been captured by this jinn that
I
was
see.
visiting when we got here.
Is
Okay,
that
yeah,
what was said?
That does make sense.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes, I've been traveling with Zephyrus for a while. I know a fair amount of his dealings with Mr. Eben and of most likely this other entity that you're speaking of. I have some things to do. I I can contact Eben. I shouldn't, but I think.
Well, that's why we
These
brought the guy here. That's why
circumstances-
he's up there looking at the painting. So if you can just get him here, he might be able to talk to him, and then it'd be fun to watch two NPCs go talk to each other.
Oh, I see. Is he trustworthy?
Yeah, he seems fine.
Okay. And you see Willem kind of head out up the stairs to his room.
Did anyone do an insight check on this guy?
On Willem?
No, on Chinchilli.
Jamali.
On Chinchilla.
I caught whatever whatever Ball has.
Ball also called Willem William.
You're all kind of in the main room.
Wait.
So,
I didn't get an answer. Did anyone do an insight check on this guy?
I didn't.
Why would I do an insight check on him? I think he's trustworthy.
I wasn't really talking to you.
So, like, if I'm replacing the blue one, does that mean that guy's my slave now, or?
You haven't replaced anybody yet.
All right,
So
you'll warm up.
we'll see. So everybody else in the group, how do we know that this guy can be trusted? That we're trusting inside Chateau de Magnus?
Well, we are Knights of the Silver Crescent, mate, and
Again,
that means you can
I'm
trust
talking
us.
to the rest of this group
Oh.
over here.
Shall I just go stand in the corner then? Or?
Ball, yeah,
I
just one
I
second.
don't know what is going on. In all honesty, I'm just following my instincts, and this person seems to be trustworthy enough to have knowledge of things that, intelligent people would have knowledge of. So I'm willing to trust them.
What do you think, Riff? What's your read on this guy?
Well, I've locked horns with him once or twice in the past, and before we went there, and R.I.P. Zeph. But I would say that based off of what I saw before, where he was like, well, what you guys saw when we first got there, and based off of now, we should probably be okay. But I wouldn't mind if you want to go play good cop, bad cop with him, and we want to do some insight checks and tough up on him. I'll tough up on him, and I flourish my checks.
Right. Should I be the good cop then? No.
No, you're not
Mr.
invited.
What about you, Mr. Wolf? What's
This is
your
OG
read on the
team
guy?
stuff.
I am lightheaded because of the injuries that I've sustained, so I don't quite know what we're talking about.
I also need to rest and see to chain.
Yes, I think we would do well with the good,
All right.
Maybe
Okay.
we let them talk for a little while. Perhaps we should lock away that dagger before anything else.
Oh yeah, put it in the
the
vault. You know
I'll
all the
hang on
vaults.
to
I
it if you
agree.
guys want. It's no big deal.
No. We got a
no.
place for it.
Oh no, I've handled way
Yeah.
worse.
Mr. Chain, I think you should put it in the vault. You know how it works.
Mr. Ball, you mean?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ball.
We're all saying names wrong. It's killing me.
I'm just leaning into it.
I will make
That's
my
okay
way up.
with you.
Yeah, Mr. Ball, if you want to go with me, I just want to stop by this guy and maybe see how he's doing.
Yeah, kind of as you guys are finishing up your conversation, he's cut that portrait up. He's taken long strips of pieces of it while you've been discussing, and is coming down the stairs. And yes.
How are things going? Did you find anything?
Yeah, how are things going?
It'll take some. It'll take some time to try and distill the magic from this that was left behind. You don't happen to have access to any kind of alchemical supplies, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Yeah, I have a kit that you could borrow if you need.
That would be perfect. I will work through the night. I should be able to try in the morning to contact this Eben.
Can I do an
whatever
insight?
you need.
On this guy.
Yeah, give me an insight
Okay.
check. Yeah, I know you want to do it.
Yeah.
We'll end the assist action.
And yeah, no, Riff is playing bad cop, so advantage.
Okay.
How convenient. You just have to stay up all night while we're asleep. Real cool.
Well, hey, if
If
it makes
you
any
wish
difference,
someone
I'll stay and watch them.
Yes.
Uh,
Whatever measures you prefer.
21.
21. Yeah, you get
And Riff
the,
rolled
you
a
get
6.
you get the sense that this Jamali is telling you the truth earnestly, and you get an odd sense that this coatl, this thing, probably can't even lie.
What are
Can't
you gonna-
lie, huh?
What are you gonna do with those strips of the painting?
If I burn them in the proper fluids and capture their essence, I can use them in a sending spell and try and contact whoever this is that may hold more information about the whereabouts of your friend.
Now, what if I told you our boy Willem also probably is able to contact him directly? What if I told you that?
I would believe that would probably be a more efficient way of contacting this entity.
Well, maybe that's already in the works, tough guy.
And he looks over at you, Scory, and is just like, is that true?
I slide down my mask
I did see him go up the stairs.
so
yeah.
you can't so you can't read my face. Not the best liar, so
It's much easier to never lie.
I am going to take Zephyrus's body and lay it in his master bedroom
Okay.
on his bed.
As you're going upstairs to do that, you kind of meet with Willem as you kind of cross paths because his chamber is up near there.
I will take his body to his chamber and lay it on his bed until we can figure out.
Will he be safe there? Does he need anything?
I don't believe so. I don't think intruders would have anything they would want from his body. I mean,
I see. Sure. Yeah.
we
His
would
pipe.
hope.
Does he? His pipe is very valuable to him.
we couldn't find his pipe.
I see. Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
I don't know if we can trust this thing that's killed or maimed or done whatever it is to Zephyrus. If he is not what he says he is, if he will not help, you will kill him, right?
Yes, of course. I
Good.
will do what I have to.
Good.
If he's a threat. But if he simply can't achieve what he sets out to do, then no, I won't end his life. He's
Sure,
tempting
yeah,
me.
but if he's not what,
if
if
he
he
is
endangers us more, or he
if he
prevents
bad
Zeph-
man, me kill.
good,
Let me
yes,
put it that
yes.
way.
Thank you, Wolf.
Yes, of
And he
course.
kind of he heads back. There's a sense of kind of confidence now that he didn't have before. But you go to the master bedroom, lays Zephyrus down in the bed, takes to the laying, and just sits there, kind of with a vacant stare at the ceiling.
Sleep well, sweet prince.
Hell yeah.
I'll go up
Um,
with Mr. Ball to the vault room, and I think whatever mechanism we devise to make it easy to get into this vault, we should
I
probably
made a key for it, and it still has the magical saying lock on it, I think.
Yeah.
So these
You guys still know
new
the saying.
folks, these new folks won't be able to get in, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
So,
good. Okay, so yeah, I want to make my way to that vault room and see if there's a nice case or something to set this dagger on, because it seems like they have plenty of that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So you and Ball make your way to the vault. You've got a key made for the first door, and you have the phrase that you can use to open and lock the second
One
door.
second, I got it.
Muted. Okay, well.
Spiders congregate where there's lots of prey.
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah, and so that's the phrase to open and shut the door. And you're inside. There's a number of cases to place this in. This place is made to hold magic items. You spend a little bit of time and you find a small case that has its own lock. The key is inside, and you can lock the box even.
Before we do that, though, just kind of standing there with Scory, looking at the dagger. You know, Scory, I could try to find out more information about this, but it makes me really uncomfortable. If you'd stay here, I could try to learn more about it, but I don't know what it could do to me.
I feel like I owe you one. You stuck by me when I was speaking with that spider, so I'll be here.
Alright, 10 minutes to cast Identify.
All right. Make a wisdom saving throw.
And
Yeah, that sounds about right.
you get my bonus D6, and then also, am I able to provide him with any sort of advantage or anything like that?
For this, no.
Okay, so you at least get my psionic D6.
It's gonna be a 6.
A 6. Nothing too bad happens to you, but you do sense the just darkness and alien nature of this thing, and are not able to cast Identify on it. You can try in one day, after 24 hours has passed, but it'll take a mental check to try and even cast Identify on this thing. It is dark. What's
like
that?
on the Scory, but I want to learn more about this. I need to spend more time with it later. It doesn't have a hold of me or anything, but I need to know.
Are you okay if I try something on my own? I mean, I want you here as well, but
Yeah,
I
of
can-
course. I'll watch over.
okay. I want to kind of. I'm just gonna throw out some runes and essentially just meditate on the item.
Mm-hmm.
See if I hear anything from the spirit realm to kind of tell me about this thing.
Okay. Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16? Okay.
Yeah. It's not a saving throw.
No, huh?
Okay. Yeah, 16.
16. So yeah, you take a look at this dagger, trying your best not to touch it too much. But it feels odd, it feels alien, and kind of as you try and meditate and listen to the spirit world around you, in the presence of this thing, it just becomes, the sounds, the sensations you normally would feel just become changed. They become similar to the space you were in, where anything around this thing is just twisted. They're not able to offer any kind of guidance or insight into it, but it has this effect even on the spirit world.
Even on the spirit world. So, do I get any sense of the type of magic or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
no.
I put my runes away and I relay all of that to Mr. Ball.
All right. And what is Scory and Ball? What are your passive perceptions?
Mine is 12, but I also have that rune benefit. I don't know if that comes into play here.
No, I wouldn't for that.
Okay.
Yeah, also 12.
12. Okay. The two of you do not notice that a small monkey has walked into the vault and you see two small monkey hands trying to grab that dagger. If you guys would like to try and stop that monkey from doing that, I need a
Punch it.
dexterity check.
I absolutely would.
And this is going to be
Did
contested
you say
by this
punch
one.
it?
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Hell
God.
yeah.
Could you just imagine the monkey running around with this fucking dagger?
And I got, as long as it's just a straight dexterity, it's 17.
17. And what were you doing, Ball? You were just punching
I
him?
was just gonna slap it off the table
Okay.
with my power fist.
With your power fist. So, Scory, you grab the monkey's hands and kind of hold it up, and Ball, you punch the monkey, and it sails into the wall, and as
Punch
it hits
the
the
monkey.
wall, it just instantly becomes Strix and slides down on the ground
Oh.
and goes, "Hey, what the heck was that for?
Well, what were you doing?
I need that." And he starts kind of walking towards the dagger now and trying to grab it.
Are
But
you
the two of
serious
you
right
can
now?
easily stop him.
Get away.
No, you don't understand.
Why do you need this?
I need that dagger for something. You guys will, I think you guys would really appreciate it. If I get that to something downstairs, then you guys will all get what you really want.
What have you been talking to downstairs?
Don't do that.
They promised the everything you guys have been talking about.
Who is they?
They told me not to tell you, but there's a weird thing downstairs. You had me go take a look, and I found him. But they've been trapped there for just years and years and years. And if I get them the dagger and a few other things, I guess they said that they can show us where gold is beyond our wildest dreams.
Oh,
and Mr. Ball, the technology he has access to is just amazing, he says. There's
No. Strix,
places
these are
where
lies.
wolves can
There
fight
is
for
no way that
days.
this is true. Have you ever heard of Too Good to Be True? This is one of those instances. And this dagger is a very bad dagger. It killed
Well,
Mr. Zephyrus.
that's why he wants it, is so he can destroy the dagger.
Mm.
He wants to destroy him? What is his name? What do you know about him?
I didn't really see him. He just kind of was talking to me in my head the way the Riff does.
That doesn't sound like something that can be trusted.
You're saying Riff can't be trusted. They said that there's so many books that Riff hasn't read, but they can give Riff all those books.
Strix,
Just let me have,
No,
the dagger though.
but no.
What does this thing promise for good old Scory?
Corey, he says that you will be the best pirate there ever was. He's got a secret ship hidden in a cave, and he says it's all yours if you want it.
I look at Scory and kind of like nod. See if he nods back.
I have to agree with Mr. Ball here. This is too good to be true. I don't think that there's anybody that can just snap their fingers and get rid of all my problems and give me the boat that I want. So you're gonna have to. I want to start like shooing him out of the vault.
Okay.
We're
It
gonna have to leave.
takes a bit of effort. Like you've got to physically push Strix out of here. You lock the doors behind you.
Absolutely. As long as
since-
Ball's not still in there.
Right. You all kind of head out. And once the doors are locked and Strix can't get in there, he seems to kind of calm down a little bit. Well, you guys are probably right, but I don't know. It seemed really good what he could do for us.
there's a whole world of adventure out there for you now, Scrix. You don't want to take these kinds of shortcuts. These kinds of shortcuts lead to bad things. I don't want to see bad things happen to you. You understand?
Oh, what? That's why I wanted to do all this, you know? You guys have helped me see the ocean and this amazing house, and I just want to do something good for you guys.
Much better than that cellar, isn't it?
Yeah. And I do think that Mr. Wolf probably would be proud of your gumption that you're showing. You're being a little more proactive, and you know, maybe I'll mention that to Mr. Wolf, and he might give you some more fun things to do. But let's leave the stagger.
Probably go and find everyone else and tell them what Strix is.
Yeah, and as we go, I want to just like whisper in Druidic to whatever happens to be around that can kind of hold that message, and just if I want it to activate anytime somebody approaches it, and just have it give a warning in Druidic. So normally you can speak to in D&D you can speak to a plant or something and leave a message for somebody else who speaks Druidic. And so if there's like a house plant, or if there's some sort of natural piece of something,
There's some moss.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
growing. Yeah. And in there, I would say
How
that there's
convenient.
some moss. You can speak some Druidic too.
Yeah. So I just want to, in my most firm dad tone, tell whoever, to get away from here. Like, don't touch that.
Okay.
Mainly for Strix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else do we have? Riff and Strummer. You're both kind of in the main hall. What are you guys doing?
They told me to just wait, so I literally just like, all right. So like, your name's like Riff or something then, right? Because it's like my name's sort of like a riff played on a lute.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that before? Like, our names are kind of similar in a way.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll just wait for the...
Yep.
So, like, you know how to use those chucks over there?
No, do I ever? I put on a Chuck's display.
Oh, right on. It's a rather impressive chucks display, that is.
Sound like Taika Waititi.
I'm going for that.
Yes,
now,
that's exactly.
Brought him up.
Yes.
But as I put on my Chuck's display, I go, but I got pretty messed up, so I'm going to go to my room now. It was nice meeting you. Hey, how good of friends are you with my pal, the one that I rescued?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, that grey fellow. Yeah, he's cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sometimes we like hang out and, we go on missions and stuff together.
Oh, yeah, we should bring him some snacks.
I mean, yeah. You got any like bits of corn or like bread you can throw out? He loves that type of stuff.
Oh, probably. Well, I'm sure Willem has it all in the kitchen somewhere. But
honestly, Kenku love it when you just scatter it at their feet and you make him eat it off the ground. He'll love it. Trust me. Wink, wink.
This seems like a trap. I'm gonna go to my room now and sleep all of this off and meditate and heal.
All right, I'm just gonna wait here then.
Okay, great meeting you. I'll see you later. Bye. And then I'll go to my room and I'll chucks around my neck, do my meditation, go through like my my sort of like cool down forms for the day, and meditate and check my body and make sure that I'm all my chakras, they're all connected for my shadow stuff.
They're all out of line. It takes you a little while.
All right.
But
yeah. And then because they turned me into that weird creature and stuff, so I would imagine it messed it up. And then I'll just go to bed and I'll wake up at crack of dawn and go into my forms and do all my normal routine.
And go ahead.
I was just gonna say, before I go to bed, I'll come down and show Strummer around.
Okay,
cool.
Seeing that he's just sitting there with his hands in his pocket.
These are all of our weak spots.
Literally waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. And also, Strummer is also interested to know if Willem ever was able to like make contact with whoever he said he was going to.
Yeah, so kind of as the night's going on, Willem begins working a bit with Chimali, and they have put together a plan. And again, yeah, the priest, the Quaddle, is going to perform some sort of magic over the night, and kind of come to you guys in the morning with some results. But Willem's kind of given what he has been able to give. They're working up in the second floor, that just outside of the trophy room. There is what they're doing.
Oh, gotcha.
And Jamali comes to you at some point, Strummer, and just says, I don't know how long we will stay here with them, but we have a debt to be paid to them. They saved us all.
Right.
Make sure and keep them safe. I don't know how much we can help, but if we can be that one moment that saves someone, that's what our order is about. Stick with them. Me and Gray will keep here. We've got to try and repay this.
All right then. Yeah. I'll protect them.
Thank you, Strummer. Yeah.
Chola? Is it?
Chamala.
Chimali or Chim.
Chim, that's right.
Them.
Chola?
Jimmy.
You're in bed. What are you doing, Scory?
Well, no, I was walking around with you.
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to join
yeah.
in, and I also wanted to
Chimali
bring...
kind of brings Strummer aside in private to say that.
For that.
Yeah.
I want to ask him if there's an... Chim, is there an easier way that we can contact you for any sort of updates, or maybe if we happen to need something from you?
An easier way.
Than walking all the way to the tree.
Oh, I see. I was under the impression we could stay at the in the rookery.
I guess, yeah.
If you wish for us to stay outside,
that's fine. You've been set
Absolutely.
up. That's fine.
We'll try not to impose. We'll clean up after ourselves, and we'll forage for food. And
about that, Jim, I want to apologize for some of the things that I said before. When we were talking about inviting you in the house, that was very rude of me, and I shouldn't have said those things about house training and whatnot.
It's no problem. I've heard worse.
Something from my past that I don't always have control over, but I'm trying to learn. So I apologize.
Well, if you allow us to stay in this house, you are gracious hosts. Again, thank you for this. And they just kind of seem lost in thought. It's been a long day for them as well. But if there's nothing else you guys want to do specifically tonight, I think everyone is beat tired and is going to try and go to bed.
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
What room are you staying in, Strummer? Are you staying upstairs?
Yeah, so Strummer is like a man of the outdoors. And I'm sort of thinking that, like, maybe... Like, I keep thinking, like, if this is, like, the Addams family house, like, he would go live in, like, the steeple part of the house or whatever, but... he might just go live outside, honestly. It's kind of where he's at. But tonight, he's just going to find any place he can lay his head down. He's not particular. He's used to sleeping on... a bed of dried leaves, looking up at the stars. So, being a little warmer, it's good for wherever.
Yeah, there's a room kind of left upstairs if you want to at least stay there for tonight.
Sure. Yeah, that's as good a place as any.
Yeah. Chim stays up all night. You guys that are sleeping hear Willem pacing most of the night before you go to sleep. He's keeping an eye on things, And then I assume Ball or Scory, you've mentioned what Strix was trying to do, and so he keeps Strix
Absolutely.
close to hand, close by. He's keeping a watch on him over the night.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure Strix was with someone for sure.
Yeah, so,
And I would
Willem's
go-
kind of taking care of him.
I would go above and beyond and say that Willem should maybe avoid that area as well.
No problem. He says. He takes direction pretty well right now. He seems to be fairly distracted. So you guys all find sleep, and you sleep deeply and well. You have had a long day, and this was even after a night of drinking. You then went and had your fight with the Kenku and the Coatl, and are asleep at the Chateau de Magnus.
Oh yeah.
But in the morning, dawn arrives. Those of you that wake up at dawn are awake. Perform your morning rituals. Kind of get through the things that you do to start the day, and everyone gathers in the dining room downstairs. Chim is kind of told everyone that he has some news to discuss when you guys are ready. Unless there's anything anyone wants to do specifically in the morning, we'll move on to the breakfast.
I'm doing my usual ritual.
Sure.
deal.
Yeah.
But I'm this morning's ritual is focused on our new friend Strummer. Because I'm basically asking for guidance on whether or not we can trust him, and kind of looking for insight from people older and wiser than me.
Mm-hmm.
And we get this is lovely. The rune that was pulled represents fertility.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That sounds like Strummer.
super fertile. And I would say that that's favorable wins. So you get 1 luck point, which you lose next dawn. And that's good on ability checks, saving throws, attack rolls.
Hell yes. Strummer is lucky, dog. Lucky to have friends like you guys.
Over breakfast, I'd like to ask the crew, are we going to let Strummer take... Oh, wait. Zephyrus wasn't a part of the fight, was he? For the competition?
No.
Okay. Well, it seems you're going to get quite the display from the people before you here, Strummer. You'll see what we're capable of. And hopefully you'll stay in line.
Oh, there's like a fake fight going on then?
I wouldn't call it fake.
No, it is a very real fight.
Oh, so like people are going to die then?
Possibly, yes.
Are any of you going to die?
No.
I doubt it.
So then
Ouch.
it's like a fake. It's like a
That
fake
cuts
fight.
deep. Ow.
But considering recent events, it's up in the air.
Oh, right. The blue guy. Yeah. So, like, what's
Yeah.
going on with him then? Did anybody figure that business out?
We have yet to
TBD.
determine his ultimate fate.
And-
But in the meantime, we have a tournament to win, so we can't be bothered by this other stuff.
Jim comes in, kind of as you guys are discussing the tournament tonight, and greets everyone. Says, "Hello. I've worked throughout the night. Mr. Willem has very much helped in this endeavor. I have been in contact with Eben. He says that he does not have your friend's soul, but he is quite certain where it lies. It is in the abyss in a small demiplane, controlled by a powerful storm. The way he spoke of it, I don't know if I would risk ever going there, but that is where his soul remains. I don't have the means to get there. I work more in divination than conjuration. but I can provide you with the location, the astral signature of it, at least. If you somehow have a way to travel the planes, that is as much as I can offer.
We have had friends in the past that have been able to planes jump. Maybe we could reach out to them.
That would be helpful. Regardless,
Julia, is that right?
Yeah.
We will stay here as long as you require. If we can be of any service, you let us know. I can contact people for you. I can cure diseases. If you need to see places that are far away, I have that ability. Not to overstep my boundaries, but I did notice that upstairs is a rather useful ritual circle I could make use of. Whatever you need, we are here to repay your debts, and as I've discussed with Strummer here, Strummer is adept at hunting and fighting, at keeping people safe, keeping them along a path that is the safest way home. If you require anything from us, we are here for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate the help that you're offering. Meeting you the first time, I didn't expect you to be such a kind person. It's really quite refreshing.
Kindness is all we have in this world, really, if we want to see it be a better place.
Yeah, if there's anything you can use that portal upstairs for, the teleportation rune, feel free to look at it.
Oh, a teleportation circle. That would also be useful. Where is that?
Oh yeah, it travels to the city, to the south.
I see.
I can show you it before we. Well, actually, we'll probably use it to travel back to town for our appointment.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You sure are telling them a lot.
Yeah.
It's all right. I like hearing all these things. It's rather helpful, bringing me up to speed, you know?
Sure.
There's also a monster in the basement, so...
Oh, right on.
I didn't say that.
Don't tell them everything.
As we make our way out, whenever that is, I would mention to Willem and Strix to keep an eye, especially when he's dabbling with the rune circle thing.
Hey, do we want this new Kenku bookbender to like come with us and participate in the competition? You think they'd let him?
I don't think they would.
I mean,
we still don't
I'm
have
not...
the details of the competition at all. We don't know if all of us are going to be competing even.
Well, I mean, I can come watch at the very least. That way, if I ever have to kill you all, I can know your strengths and weaknesses.
You can know everything about me, and you would never defeat me.
Right on.
I
appreciate
you and cook you.
Right on. That'd be very, very ambitious of you, but I mean,
Nope.
I believe you.
Wouldn't be ambitious. It'd be very easy. It would be
Just
incredibly
Saturday
easy
night.
to do.
I mean,
another Monday morning.
Strix kind of chimes in from their seat and is like, "Yeah, no, he's really strong. You should see what he does with that axe."
right on. You chop lumber with that axe, and you're a lumberjack.
I could teach you a few things. Would you like to go out into the yard and I could maybe show you a couple stances or moves or...
Oh, right on. You serious? Right. I'd love that. Learning new ways to fight is like a passion of mine.
Well, then you've come to the right man.
Oh, so you're like the fighting type in this place.
I enjoy a good scrum. I worship Cord. Have you heard of Cord? My god.
Oh, Cord. Right. He's like the god of
Yes, fight.
things. Fight. Oh, he's a fighting god then.
Yes, fighting and courage and putting your best foot forward and accomplishing great tasks.
Oh, so he's a
a
god of
great
lots
god
of
to
things
worship.
then.
Yes,
Right on.
certainly. Would you like to follow him?
I mean, like, if he's leading the right way, like, perhaps, like, on a good day or, like, something, I'll follow him. But, like,
or possibly every day.
I mean, if he's going where I'm going, I guess it's just, like, less of a coincidence that I'm, like, walking behind him then.
Yes.
Like, sure.
Cord
Why
is
not?
always going your way, as long as you follow him. Does that make sense?
There's one set of footprints.
He's been holding you the whole time.
Oh, right on then. Well, I guess I should thank him sometime if I ever meet him.
That's funny.
And one day you might, if you follow in the path of Cord and die gloriously in battle.
I'd rather not die. Pretty good at killing folks, though.
Yes, well, we all die.
Mr. Wolf,
Right.
can we go to the...
Can I go show Strummer some moves? Can we go train together?
Yeah, I'll learn some moves.
Sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys
I
head
don't know
out
how
to
much
your
two
pit.
level fours can teach each other.
Strix joins. Strix is pretty excited to have a fellow student. He's got
You can
his
have them
two
spar each
axes.
other now.
Oh, can I try and train the other Kenku?
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check to see if you can persuade this one.
Okay.
Ray.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 11.
An 11. They feel kind of duty bound to do what you wish, and they come as well.
Nice.
They seem to be fairly adept at a short sword and use that kind of with their training, and keep up with you and Strummer as far as kind of combat proficiency goes.
I'll have my own Kenku army soon.
Everyone else, is there anything you want to do before you head out?
While they're playing around with swords and stuff, I would
Playing around.
I would want to scan the library to see if there's anything about the type of people we're gonna fight, because it seems like there's a whole ton of information on how to kill things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and how to capture them. If there's anything pertaining to the folks that we're going to be competing against, I would look for that.
Yeah, you spend a bit of time in the library while they're out doing this. And what you know is that these the people you're fighting are elves from Galandior. It's a nation. It's a large city, a kind of region controlled by these elves. They're part of the treaty that Usama has with the wilds, and there's a few books on that mention them, kind of broadly. Since they're not like monsters that need hunted, there's not a lot of material in this library that deals with them.
Is there perchance maybe a book detailing monsters that come from their realm that I could potentially exploit somehow in my shape-shifting?
Yeah, knowing, kind of getting a sense of where they are regionally, you can pick out a few books. Most fey creatures that roam the wilds in Usama come from Galandior. The veil between the Feywild and the material plane is very thin there, and so things like blink dogs or the cat ones, displacer beasts. Very much come from there. Unicorns, things like that. But nothing that you have been able to turn into yet.
Okay. Okay.
You also know the people from there, and the magic they use is fairly heavily illusion based. They are masters of illusion magic and enchantment magic.
Awesome. Whenever we regroup to travel, I would let everybody know that.
All right.
Illusion magic, you say?
Yeah.
Let me see what I've got in my kit.
You can't trust what you see.
And Riff, is there anything you want to do before heading out for the day?
I would be I'd be over there in Cord's training circle or whatever, but I would be like going through like my katas and my different stuff.
Because you got a little setup out there. You've got a number of like stumps and rocks that you maintain balance on, and
yeah, I would be doing like all my monk stuff, and then, you know, when I feel as though it's getting close to time or whatever, I would just say we should probably go into town, and I am going to, of course, Van Damme kick through the portal to land in town. I'm gonna get that goddamn gardener on my side.
Ball, anything you're doing before you head out?
I think I mentioned it last time, but I wanted to check on Shane. See how he's doing.
Did you repair him all last night, or?
So yeah, kind of with what happened. You know, he never had to exert himself when that happened. So the damage was pretty minimal, and you were able to fix it normally.
Thank goodness, because I was gonna be so mad. Because he didn't do it to do.
He didn't do anything. So yeah, no, I would say no consequences for that action.
Cool.
So he's doing normally now. But you guys kind of complete all of your tasks beforehand. Converse with Willem. Willem says he may even be heading into town later in the day. He's got to pick up supplies and things. He's got a number of things he needs to take care of. But he says, you know, if he does come in, he'll meet you at the tournament. But you guys make your way to the teleportation circle. Riff, let me see your Van Damme kick in.
Okay, what we're talking acrobatics here?
Acrobatics.
8 + 5, 13? No, right? Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kick in, you land, wobble a little bit, but you know, proficient at this. The gardener's kind of just, you know, clipping some of the trees.
You see that one, Dom?
Just looks over and just gives a thumbs up.
Heck yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
And goes back to his work as the rest of your party.
And then I move out of the way so someone doesn't teleport on top of me.
Yeah. As the rest of your party, you all step into the portal, I assume, entering into the town of Usama, which is bustling. It's you know, before noon. People are going about their day. The skies have cleared up since the storm last night, and you see a nice bustling city. But that is where we're going to leave it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been your DM, Alex. To my right, I have
Dash is Thrakus.
Bentley is Rafirian Night Meadow.
Rhett as Strummer.
Kale the Scory.
Milo is Bold.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.